Can you feel the chi tonight? I am not quoting Elton John. No, I am quoting somebody. I have no idea who. But last night, I went to my local Cineworld to watch Boy Kills World. And I've got to say, I had a good time in the cinema mostly, except there was a big fat dude sat behind me who decided after 3/4 of an hour to start falling asleep, which made me get up from my prepaid seat to walk to the other aisle and to enjoy the rest of the movie. As for Famke Janssen as Hilda van der Kooi, she's an absolute big fucking... And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, this review will not be sweet and gentle, just like what I usually react to on my channel. And you can put those tits away, love, because I'll deal with those much later on.
Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Works for me.
I wear sunglasses at night, so I can track the visions in my mind. There's someone behind me, isn't there?
I'm still hot though.
What's that?
Now hell's breaking loose, you'll be right in the eye of the storm. Bones on an egg on a mountain top. The funkiest monkey that ever popped. He knew every magic trick under the sun. To tease the gods and everyone and have some fun. Monkey magic, 69, dudes!
So you've seen the trailer. Bill Skarsgard is our eponymous deaf hero. So if you saw Silent Night, which I did a reaction to last year by John Woo, that film fell short of my expectations because Joel Kinnaman, perfect leading man, but he's lost his sense of speech. That mechanical device they were going to use for the film didn't really come off that well. So Bill Skarsgard's character has the same journey, except how they've actually fixed it is to give him an inner monologue, which actually does work well for most of the movie. Now, before all of you in the comment section start roaring at me with absolute displeasure and disdain, yes, the character of Boy, as played by Bill Skarsgård, does indeed sound like Sterling Archer.
This was never a great city, but it was ours.
Prove it.
What's to prove? It's free labor.
Not that, ass!
What?
Prove you're really a tunt.
I have a picture.
You've seen this in the trailer, but Hilda van der Kooi, as played by Famke Janssen, without the horrible facial plastic surgery, has this yearly ritual where they go and are culling and they kill people in the city. People who have done wrong, like stashing guns away without them being noticed. And I mean, everybody, even the family members, get wiped out. And that's what happens to Bill Skarsgård's character at the beginning. His entire family is wiped out. So he's on a mission of revenge and bloodthirsty anger. And who trains him? Mad Dog from the Raid movies, as played by Yayan Ruhian. I think I've got that name correct. And he's good. I mean, he's essentially Mad Dog from the Raid movies. So there's no real progression from that character that's become so beloved by audiences. And I've got to say, the best person in the entire movie, the MVP who saves the film, is an actor called Brett Gelman. And if you look at the guy closely, I didn't realize until this morning when I was about to film this review, he's a real-life version of Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder. It's absolutely hilarious.
Flaming dragon, fuckface. First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Although his character is absolutely repulsive, you've got a little bit of sympathy for him, which I was quite surprised by. So Moritz Moore is the German director, the Germans, who directed this movie. Now, it's currently scoring a 6.8 on IMDb. I think that's a really fair score because, to be honest, when you watch this movie, while it's a jolly good old romp and it's violent and very cartoonish violence in places, you even saw a bit in the trailer. You know when you get the anvil that drops from the heights and hits Wile E. Coyote down below? It's that kind of humor which I think actually sticks well with this film. So Jessica Rothe, she's a great addition to this film. And unfortunately, she remains fully covered up. Well, almost. She's got a nice belly button on display. But you remember her from Happy Death Day to Me. I think that's what the film is called. But I'll say one thing about her character. She's a badass female assassin. And the way that she gets her martial arts abilities is that she's mind controlled by this biker's crash helmet. But I think that's where some of the cheating comes into play because you know that's not Miss Roth doing all the badass martial arts. That's obviously a very good looking stunt woman underneath the guise.
Stunt action fighter. And I already knew that I respected the hell out of stunties.
Do you expect me to believe you're a descendant of Cornelius Tunt?
Yeah.
So I felt a bit cheated by that because I was hoping that this film will show us the actors in motion doing everything. And again, Bill Skarsgard, he's getting all the attention these days. I mean, his brother, Alexander, he played Eric Northman in True Blood and then later played the Northman, which I thought was rather hilarious, that movie directed by Robert Eggers. So the last 3/4 of the movie for me are the best because 007, if you are paying close attention to what was happening before, especially the flashbacks, I'll say this much to you ladies and gentlemen, keep paying close attention because once or twice you think your mind is playing tricks on you. So you'll probably figure out when you get to the third act what the actual reveal is. And I thought the reveal was very good. Again, there were little indicators along the way that made me suspect it was going to go to a certain conclusion. And I was pretty satisfied at the end. There's a nice redemption arc, I thought, for the main character from Bill Skarsgård. I actually enjoyed that. And does it go in a bit too long in certain places? It does a little bit. Is there a bit of jumpy camera shake in the proceedings? Just a slight bit, but it's not enough to distract me from anything else. Was there a lack of boobs in the movie? Well, Jessica Rothe is absolutely covered up, which in my opinion is a crime against humanity. So would I recommend Boy Kills World at the cinema? It's a jolly good old violent romp, which will come in handy for Halloween if you're running out of Halloween classics to watch this year. So I would recommend it. Definitely do go and see it at the cinema while you can, because if this film was released in 2008, as a specific example, it would have been a mega hit everywhere and probably would have spawned a sequel. But in the case of this film, it definitely doesn't leave that desire for a sequel to be made after this, and I think that's a very good choice. Lionsgate Films, I've got to say this much, they are a dog shit company when it comes to reacting to their movies, because I did this last year with Sisu, another fantastic film, where again they decided to issue a copyright claim against my channel or my video months after I did the reaction, and the same thing happened here again with Boy Kills World. So I've challenged them again, and it's by the way, it's too late at that point because I've already made money off my reaction. So Lionsgate, you suck as a company that doesn't understand why content creators react to your films. But on the other hand, as a distributor of non-woke movies, you're pretty good. So on that one, ladies and gentlemen, did you get your chi on today? Did you light your fire below like I certainly did? Well, leave a like, smash that subscribe button, hit every other button imaginable, including the ones on your lovely lady's boobies right here, and I'll catch you catching me on the next video.
Oh, Mr. Jarvis, just one more thing, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what the worst part of going to the cinema is these days? It's not the 80s or the 90s. No, this is 2024, folks, where you get Gen Z adverts from McDonald's, where the focus is on a black man with a double-decker burger in his hand, and he can't sing for toffee. I had to put up with that for an almost excruciating 50 seconds. Even the guys behind me were saying, what is this dog pile? It was absolutely terrible. But oh my God, I tell you what, Cineworld, if you happen to watch this video, I've used your hashtag. Can you stop bombarding the audience with endless amounts of adverts that we don't take notice of? We're not going to buy the products. We're not going to remember the adverts when we leave the cinema. We just want to see the goddamn movie. Oh my God, really strolling in late to the cinema now. So if your film starts at 6:20, get there at 6:40. You would have missed everything beforehand. As long as you turn up and some big fat doofus isn't taking up both rows of seats that you were booked for you and your friend or by yourself, then everything should be A-okay.
Are you threatening me?